Hello, welcome back to What If I Was in Dragon Ball Universe Part 5. Last time, my proxy, Raisin, motivated Goku and Krillin by showing him how strong he had become during his Otherworld training, but this was not his intention. You see, Raisin doesn't know his own power level. And short of shaking down Shenron for a scouter, his best option is Goku. The databook has Goku's canon power level during this time as between 3 and 400, which is about a quarter of what Raditz will have when he shows up on Earth. Using Goku as a yardstick, Raisin knows he already exceeds the power of Dragon Ball Z's first villain, meaning for the next 2 years in preparation of the tournament, Raisin can take things relatively easy, because he has another 8 before Nappa and Vegeta show up on Earth. Now, in the last part 4, I asked what Raisin was going to do with himself, because he is single and ready to mingle. Now, Yeet Pete suggested Chi-Chi as a possible match. And while most of her annoying habits can be avoided by just not being Goku, all of them can be avoided by not bothering with Chi-Chi in the first place. Next we have Lone Wolf X, who suggested Miss Pisa, which is Hercule or Mr. Satan's hype woman, or #1 fan. And although she's very attractive, I'm going to say no, because as you get older, you care more about personality than perky tits. And she has a rather grating personality, at least in the anime. Not to mention that both these characters are young. I mean, not young compared to Goku, but young compared to Raisin, who is, 35 at this point. And I'm not a pedo. Neither is he. Finally, we have Yeet Master, who's just an OC character. And based on the Japanese word for raisin, they named her Nuzzy. Now, I'm going to suggest that Nuzzy is a Capsule Corp employee that, due to, advertisements for Kami House Dojo, has decided to learn self-defense. And she's going to be a basic average anime character, which, if you watch the extras, they're usually 6s or 7s. The only real distinguishing trait is I'm going to give Nuzzy green hair. Kind of a nice play of Raisin being the standard, purple brown Raisin, and her being the pale green Raisin. And they're going to meet between their, even though they don't work together specifically, works for Capsule Corp and he does help out with the dojo. Now, I did mention in the last part that Raisin has a hobby. He is the Great Saiyaman of West City. But in order to facilitate this, he is preemptively learning the multiform technique before Tien uses it in the tournament. But isn't completely successful. He only learns the body double technique, which splits himself and his power level in half. Now, just because the multiform technique doesn't really work in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z doesn't change the fact that Dragon Ball does have a Shadow Clone Jutsu. And that's one of my favorite parts of Naruto, so yes, Raisin will learn the multiform technique eventually, but right now he can just split himself in 2. Finally, Lone Wolf X, among others, wanted to know what Raisin's power level was. I'm going to say that when he left King Kai's planet, I'm going to do a very conservative 2000, which, considering how strong Goku is lowballing him. And over the 2 years, he increased by another 50%, up to 3,000. Now we have everyone meeting up for the 23rd Martial Arts Tournament, and we have a lot of unfamiliar faces. Goku has his growth spurt, and Krillin has also changed a bit. If you remember, he is not naturally bald. He shaved his head in solidarity to Master Roshi, but he hasn't been training with him, he's been training with Kami, and spent time in the hyperbolic time table. So now he's got at least, not a full head of hair, but he's definitely got some of that spiky black hairdo falling up. Then we also have, let me double check that. Okay, we have Roshi, who is now taking on the moniker of Jackie Chung Jr. to participate in the fight, and the now teenage Chi-Chi is entering, which, again, she confronts Goku and he has no idea who she is. We have Raisin, who is also participating as the Great Saiyaman, and Nuzzy is there as well, and of course Piccolo Jr. Since we have so many more cast members in the fight, we can't begin in the finals. We're going to have to start in the preliminary rounds. Like a cannon, Chaozu manipulates the ballot box so that the Crane and Turtle School students, along with Piccolo Jr., don't meet each other until the finals. So with a little help from my friend, my D20, I was able to get the matches set up. So, our 16 rounds, we have 16 preliminary contestants. We have 8 rounds. First round, we have Nuzzy versus Chaozu. Second round, we have Goku versus Chi-Chi. Yeah, funny how that worked out. Third round is Jackie Chung Jr. versus Tien. Then we have Cyborg Tao versus a filler character. I just decided to add Bacteria in there as a nice little call out. Our next round, we have the disguised Yajirobe versus Krillin. Then we have King Choppa versus Piccolo Jr., Yamcha versus Hero, and the Great Saiyaman versus Raisin. Our first round, Chaozu, who is canon power level, goes against Nuzzy, who is only about 80 power level at this point, because she's only been has only been training for about a year and a half, so she's very strong for a human, but she's nothing compared to the Z Fighters or future Z Fighters, and is easily knocked out of the ring by Chaozu's telekinesis. Next we have Goku versus Chi-Chi, which happens very similar to canon, with Goku easily overwhelming her and her eventually revealing who she is to him. However, because Raisin had helped Goku acculturate a little bit, there's no marriage proposal in the wings. So Chi-Chi just vows to win him over the old-fashioned way, not just guilting him into accepting her. Now, the third round, we have Roshi, who has been partying a lot more than he's been training since he regained his youth, and is unwilling to use his max power form, which is very speculative of how strong that actually is. So against Tien, who is still his canon power level, but with using the multi-form technique, Tien is able to win against the suppressed Roshi. Finally, next round we have Cyborg Tao versus Bacterian, which Tao mercilessly beats the overly smelly man, because Tao has his, due to the prosthetics, doesn't smell if he doesn't want to either. Now we have Yajirobe versus Krillin. Krillin is much stronger than he was in canon due to training with Kami and Goku, but the Yajirobe is surprisingly agile, despite his girth, and evades this Krillin, forcing Krillin to reveal that he has learned the flying technique in order to defeat the rotund samurai. Yeah. Round 6, we have Piccolo Jr. versus King Choppa. That's really a no contest. Piccolo Jr. effortlessly humiliates King Choppa by beating him without trying. Round 7, despite being stronger than canon, due to him spending time with Roshi and Bulma, as Roshi is in West City with Capsule Corp, Yamcha still loses to the possessed Kami. Now we're going to do a quick sidebar here, is how screwed up is it that the Guardian of Earth took over an innocent man and forced him into a dangerous fight with a demon at the time. Of course, now we know it was an alien, Namekian. That's just weird. Okay, end sidebar. Next, we have round 8 with the Great Saiyaman versus Raisin. The Great Saiyaman is overly flamboyant and annoys Raisin with his posturing. They fight with Saiyaman dramatically evading and attacking Raisin's attempt at martial arts, before defeating Raisin with a ring out. Now, obviously, Roshi and Nuzzy know that, Raisin is both characters, and this is just a performance, but everyone else, including Goku and Krillin, who fought Raisin, 2 years ago, are quite excited to know that the Great Saiyaman is stronger. Let's see. And Nuzzy and Raisin, who have both been defeated, join Bulma and the gang in the participation in the audience. And now we're going to go into the finals in our next part, so I'm going to end it here. Hope you enjoyed.